A parent of two local high school students says the laws need to change to protect others from potentially dangerous events. And as we reported yesterday, a Holmen High School student allegedly brought a knife to school after sending threatening text messages. The district says today that the student will not be allowed to return to the school due to an agreement that's in place. Reporter Mal Meyer explains how state statute allows districts to give these students a chance to return even after bringing weapons to school.
Martha, there are two issues here: the way schools are allowed to suspend and expel students, and what the school is allowed to say about the incident to alert members of the community. The parent involved in this specific instance says both issues pose a significant threat, not only to his children, but anyone else inside the school.
Remembers his reaction when the school told him about the incident.
We were truly taken by surprise.
A student allegedly sent death threats to Brian Treadway's daughter, saying they would use a knife to stab her.
It just so happens that day at school, the next day at school, that individual had a 10-inch knife in their possession.
Schools are allowed to suspend students for endangering others or making threats for up to 5 days while they gather information.
Investigating all matters and all evidence that we can gather. And then from that, we determine if the matter needs to be brought to an expulsion hearing.
If the student is expelled, state statutes allow districts to impose early reinstatement conditions to allow them to return after certain time periods.
You meet back again with the family and you determine if they have met those conditions or not.
Which is why Treadway appeared before the board in April to express concerns that the student could be allowed to return for summer school.
Because of confidentiality reasons, there is very limited information they could share with us as to what was going on or what the next steps potentially were.
It wasn't until the speech made its way to social media that people became aware of what happened. Now, over a year later.
Information on social media is posted that's inaccurate. It can many times create a lot of fear amongst people, especially when they don't know the whole story and you're not able to share the whole story.
That's just it. The school is unable to even confirm that an incident occurred, even when weapons are allegedly brought to campus.
That's a confidential matter.
Treadway understands that certain information can't be shared publicly, but worries that this inadvertently puts others in danger.
It kind of seemed like to us, like, the perpetrator of the incident had more rights in this case than my daughters did.
Treadway believes either the school board needs to review its policies, or the laws need to change to give them the flexibility to share more information and how they can discipline students.
With all the incidents that we read about on a daily basis, I honestly believe that school boards, school districts need to make decisions in a different method than they've done in the past.
Wisconsin state law does allow expelled students to apply for enrollment in a different public or private school, even if they have not yet completed the term of the expulsion. However, that district can request a copy of the expulsion order and does not have to allow the student into the new district. Martha?
Thanks so much, Mal. And the family did press charges against the other student, but those were later dropped. However, they were granted a restraining order against the student.